What is going on, guys? Jeremy Alien Smith here again. Today I just figured to show you guys off my I have a shit ton of variety collection of my Friday the 13th mask and my Scream mask collection. First of all, I want to show you guys the Screams masks, because I have at least like three different kinds. Yeah. But I figured to show them all since Halloween's around the corner, guys. So I figured to show them right now in this, it's already the 23rd of July and everyone's like celebrating it all of a sudden. It seems like, and like I said, it's around the corner already, like after this month, it's Halloween for me, because that's how I celebrate August. Well, the latter half of August at least, I like to celebrate Halloween. So, yeah. But, yeah, I haven't gotten any newer Macs lately, but I have been trying to work on it. So, yeah, so keep in mind, guys, for that. Whether it's Jason Max or Scream Max. But yeah, so let's get to them, shall we? This is my Stab Universe mask. It's not 100% accurate from the movie, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it's movie accurate, but it's not like what kind of I depict seeing out of the posters, like how they show in Scream, in the Scream franchise, that is. But yeah, I think it's a nice yellow-green neon tone to it. Right here is my Scream 4 mask. It is a burlap shrouded one. It glows in the dark, actually. It still does to this day. I got a spirit ever since 2011, ever since the movie came out. Scream 4, that is. And to be honest with you guys, I honestly did not think they would make another Scream. That's why I'm so obsessed with Scream now, other than my family is. My brother and my grandma. But I've been starting to collect more of them from every scene that's my favorite throughout the franchise. Like this one up here. Like this is my Billy Death mask. Whenever Sidney blows his brains out right next to the mask. As you can see, it has brain matter on it. It has skull fractures on it. And this is the K and B mask. This is the one they used mostly throughout the 1996 movie. The one they made special for the movie, based off the white shrouded one. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I honestly did not think they would make another Scream until the newest one came out, and that was 2020? 2022? Yeah, something like that, yeah. And then, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I use pieces of gum, chewed up gum for the brain matter. I use eggshells for the skull fractures, and obviously red paint for the blood splatter with the brush splashed onto it. I forget who made this. It's some guy on Etsy. I mean, you can get a couple of these on Etsy. I got my Stab Universe on eBay. And I got the glow-in-the-dark Scream 4 mask on Spirit Halloween. Yeah, when I went shopping at the store a long time ago. When the movie came out, Scream 4, that is. But, the burlap one. Yeah, that is. The glow-in-the-dark one. And this is the Billy Death one. K and B. I like the smell of it. It smells good. It smells like actual latex, like easy, cheap latex, but it's good. I like it. It's very thick, and the paint job is magnificent on it. But yeah, guys, that is it for my Screams masks. I will think of it as a part 1 continuation for the Scream masks, because I promise you guys I will do more masks on Scream masks. Well, these are the ones I got for temporary for my collection. Moving on, we're gonna do my Friday the 13th masks. I got a shit ton, and I got some that like, oh, I don't even know where to start. But I got some like throughout like the genre, like this mask right here, like the part 2 one, Ted's mask, campfire scene mask. Phantom is called, from Trick or Treat Studios version. I'm not sure who the hell made it over the years before Trick or Treat got the name of it and took the name of it and all that shit and owned the rights to it. But I assume it's a Topstone mask. If you know what a Topstone mask looks like, this is exactly what a Topstone mask does look like, indeed. Because of the rubber teeth, the hairstyle. I painted this gray because I'm trying to look exactly how I see it in the Part 2 movie. But yeah, it's fun wearing this around the house and going camping with it. Just to have the spirit vibe of Friday the 13th. Just imagine Jason wearing this. Like, it'd be so cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had an idea. I had thought about I thought about buying me another one of these, but from an artist this time, and have blood splatter on it. Because I do imagine Jason wearing this if he wanted to go around killing people with it on. You know what I'm saying? Or stalking people with it. Because I want like a kill version of it down the road. That'd be pretty cool to get like a second version of this, but have it blood splattered on it next time. But yeah, this is based off the campfire scene of Part 2, so that's pretty neat. Now I'm moving on to my Part 3 ending axed scene. This is most of these masks came from fiberglass masks. In case you guys are wondering who made them, got the 2021. They always signed it beautifully. They're nice people. I recommend you guys check them out and buy from their stuff. It only costs $100 for these bad boys, but hey, it's worth it. As you can see, it has the chevron missing already, leading up to Part 4. I did not know that until I watched it a gazillion times when I was a kid. You know, like, so that's pretty nice. It's pretty neat. And it has a different blood texture to it. But yeah, it looks a lot like right out of the movie, Part 3. Couldn't see anything bad about this one. Really nice. Or for any of them, really. But, yeah. Very nice, yeah. I would get different ones throughout the Part 3 movies. Part 3's I love them all. Friday the 13th. I like them all. If I pick my least favorite one, it'd probably be Part 7. I might get like 1 or 2, and from Part 7, that's it. And go from there, you know. Right here's... I forgot this one's right here. This is like my continuation of... after the best of Part 4. I call it a cremation Jason mask. A little history about this mask. You don't not see it, but it is mentioned. In fact, it is mentioned that he did almost got cremated at the end of Part 4. But my theory, I had a theory that Elias Voorhees, also known as Jason's abusive dad, evil dad, I believe he went to the crematory and stopped it in time. Because when we think of Elias Voorhees, we think of him as this evil mastermind figure from that caused Jason to become Jason in the first place. Because he, in case you guys did not know, from Part 9, I'm getting deep into it now. But in case if you have not seen Part 9, they stumble upon the Necronomicon book. In the comics, it's mentioned that he put a curse on Jason when he was just a fetus in his mom's womb. So yeah, that explains why Jason is Jason throughout that timeline. And I do believe Elias would go to the crematorium and stop it in time and take the mask for himself as well. I actually put real ashes on this, which is pretty sick. And did just a magnificent job. But yeah, this is the Part 4 because of chevron, and you know what I'm saying. This is like the end, towards the end scene, when they're fighting. Jason's fighting Tommy and Trish. But yeah, so that's pretty sick. I like to get a lot of versions for Part 4 that I can think of. They're my favorite scenes. But yeah, I even burned some of it with a sparkler to get off that brown texture to it, and I add some ashes to it as well from an old barrel I used to have down in my backyard. Back when I used to burn a couple things or two there. But yeah, pretty cool thought. I can't like put it in the box or anything because I don't want these ashes to fall off of it. I did gloss it, but still, you know what I'm saying. I gotta be real careful where I put it at. That's what I have right here, usually, along with my fan film one, which I'm not gonna spoil that. But yeah, make sure you guys don't see it. But yeah, moving on, I'm going to go to my dream sequence mask. This is from Part 5, New Beginning. Whenever we see Jason, the first glimpse that we see of Jason, he has the worms in his eyes, and have him exactly how they see in the movie. So that's pretty cool. You see the bloody chevron. the muddiness, the worms, night crawlers. I use fishing lures for it, obviously. Again, I got this from Fiberglass. This one they did not sign. Maybe they forgot. I don't know. But I mean, I don't care if they don't sign it or not. But I'm always in it for a treat when it comes down to them signing it. Like what year, date, and which one of them did they made. You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing. But yeah, dream sequence. Moving on, I'm going to my Manhattan one. This is the first one I got from Fiberglass, which is pretty sick. Like the way how I see it, I see like when we first see the mask, it looks yellowish, but throughout the movie, it looks like it's like an orange tint to it. That could just be me. I don't know. But I added some orange to it and I lost it. That's the gas. That's an accurate belt buckle and all of that stuff to it. I got this. It doesn't say what year. I think I got it 2019. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, something like that, or 20. But yeah, pretty cool. It's not from a particular scene. I like to think it's from like the Times Square scene because what else did they name it? Jason Takes Manhattan, obviously, right? And I figured I'd have it based off that scene because I like the Times Square scene. I mean, that's the only scene that's New York style. Now that was it. Moving on, I'm going to my Jason vs. Leatherface mask. This is the comic based. That's why it looks like this. It has a sketch chevron on it. The sketch hockey mask holes. I want that sketchiness to it. And I wanted these to be based off the Part 9, but they gave me like this style for some reason. I couldn't ask you why, because if you look closely at the straps that he wears in Jason vs. Leatherface comic, he has the exact same one as the Jason Goes to Hell kind, which is kind of weird. Because I like to think that's a sequel to right after Manhattan, and then leads up to Goes to Hell. You know what I'm saying? So Jason vs. Leatherface, I like to think that's between both movies, between Manhattan and between Hell. You know, but yeah, because after Hell, it leads up to Freddy vs. Jason, and so on, and the like. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it would make sense if it was that way. Moving on, I'm going to my Part 6 now. This is like this is basically the ending scene, but not particularly there, but in a way it is there. But this is like when he fights Sheriff Garris. And this is like when he hits him with the rock, which is funny. They shoot him in his mask, which is pretty cool. You see the bullet damage. You see the scrapes from the rock. For some reason you don't see the scrape marks on the rock. I mean, at first you do, but later on it's like gone all of a sudden. But the rock would do that kind of damage when he's like beating the shit out with a rock that he picked up from the ground and he's just hitting him over the head with it. You got the blood splatter when he kills Officer Pappas. But yeah, Part 6, Jason Lives. This happens to be like my favorite one. I do have another Part 6 right here. This is the paintball scene. Nothing that special about it, but it's an iconic scene though. But this is like before the mask gets all fucked up and all that shit throughout the movie. This is nothing special about it except the fact it has like a little bit of weathering, just a little bit of weathering, but nothing else. But yeah, pretty cool I thought. Since I love that scene so much, the paintball scene, paintball massacre scene, when he kills the sportsman team, when he gets the darts and all that shit on his belt and the machete and yeah, the hunting knife, buck knife. But yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, awesome. Moving on, oh, first of all, I'm gonna do all the movies. All right. So I got 3 more movie ones. So stay in tune, guys. Moving on, I'm going to my first kill, Roy, from Part 5, the flare scene. And this is like what the mask would look like if he was like igniting a flare right next to him when he kills the kid with it by jamming the flare in the kid's mouth and instantly killing him to death with it. And I've seen paintings of what the flare scene would look like off screen, and this is what it looked like. So yeah, pretty cool, I thought. And then you got the early chevron before it tears off later on in the movie, because it rains later on and all that shit. The chevrons are not as accurate. I just doubted myself because this was an off-screen mask. You know what I'm saying? And each mask throughout the scenes, throughout the movie, is going to be different, obviously, like how they always are. That's what I like about Jason and Michael or whoever. But yeah, pretty cool, I thought. The flare scene for his kill of Roy Burns, the imposter Jason for part 5. Moving on. This is similar. This is the Freddy vs. Jason party raid scene. When he slashes open a beer keg, puts himself out with the fire. When he's lit on fire, he slashes open a beer keg and sprays himself with it. I'm not sure if it's accidentally or he did it on purpose or what, but I like the scene and I like the beer texture to it. I used a can of spray paint and I put a hole in it, and I did a video about it a few years ago back, but I didn't show like how I did it with the spray can on the mask itself though. As you can see, it has all the burned residue on it. It did a fantastic job looking like beer. Got the straps covered in beer a little bit. The inside looks like beer. But yeah, pretty fucking cool. Pretty fucking sick. Moving on, I'm going to my not Manhattan, after Manhattan though. Jason Goes to Hell. This is like when he fights, what's his face? Steve? Am I mistaken? The nerdy guy, Steve. At the end of the movie, when he hits him with the shovel. I did a video about it when he's hitting him with the shovel, because no one has ever done that scene before of the mask. Like what the damage will look like and all that shit. As you can see, it has damaged chevron, damaged sides. See, right there, the nose and the chevron. I'd like to do a couple more from Goes to Hell, because Goes to Hell is my favorite one out of the franchise. Okay, moving on. These are like the alternate ones. I got 2 alternate ones. This is the Banded series ones. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this or not, but this is what the Banded series one would have looked like if we actually got it for once. Sadly, but sadly we didn't. But there are photos. There are still photos lying around to this day on what the Banded series concept Jason would have looked like, which is pretty fucking sick and cool. I got this bad boy on Creepy in the Attic on Etsy. I recommend you guys check him out. He does like custom fiberglass masks. He even did my fan film one, which is pretty cool. I like the chart. It looks like a Batman logo or some shit, or a Robin logo. But that's the way how, based off the picture, like how I described it to him, and he did exactly how I did. He did it how I depicted it. So he did a good job, this guy. But yeah, something. And it's not explaining what caused the cracks or anything like that. But this is what we were supposed to originally gonna get a few years back, but sadly didn't. But just imagine where it would lead up to. It was a TV series, a Friday the 13th series we were supposed to get, we never got it, sadly. And this is what the mask was originally going to look like. So yeah, something. This is my stoner mask, alternate remake mask, because some depicted in the remake that Jason was a pothead, or a pot farmer at least. Mixed the marijuana grows around the Crystal Lake area. No one knows who grew it or anything. Even the farming guy was like, do you know who grew this? I just found it when I stumbled upon this shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like that. The funny, horny, fucking pot farmer guy. But yeah, no one knows who grew the pot in the Friday the 13th remake. But this is how I depict the mask. If Jason was smoking out of it, it has all the nicotine on it. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that is it for these Macs for this video. At least I like to get a few more down the road, which I will, obviously. But I've been busy and all that, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty hard to find a job, a newer job that is, and all that stuff. But hopefully next month, when all the kids are going back to school and all that shit, hopefully I get a job easily. So keep that in mind, guys. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys like the Jason Max and Ghostface Max from Scream. And see you guys next one. Bye bye.